Alrighty, guys, welcome to React and Chill. On this channel, there's two things I like to do, and that's react and chill. Gonna be doing both those things here, reacting to some drama that popped off. Some good news, actually. McKenty of the Rock MBA channel. I know that guy because of his videos he did on Baby Metal. Did a response video. I like that video. I try to take in his essence in that video. I did the whole douchebag. He tilt the hat like that, you know. Yeah, it might have even been backwards. It might have been like this. It might have been like that. But for the sake of this, we're gonna approach this real. We're gonna be real. That's all anyone should be anyway. Press the like button, share, and subscribe if you like this sort of thing. Let's go check this out here. By the way, do you know of this guy? How do you know about him? If you follow me, it's probably because of Baby Metal, what he said. So you probably have the same opinion of him that I do. Is okay, well, bye. You know, you're gone now. Cool. Are you really leaving? Or are you just saying it for attention? Here we go. This is I'm reacting to Dan Frampton. Shout out to him. He's a much bigger channel. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I think of his take on this whole thing here. Let's break this down.
I don't really have any interest in music. I was just doing it for the money.
Talk about the allegations!
It's official, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this is gonna be spicy. So already for the spice, we're gonna press that like button.
McKenty has quit YouTube. A couple months ago, he kind of did a soft leave, and I was like, is he actually quitting? But the announcement has officially hit the internet, and everybody around the entire music space is rejoicing because the punk rock MBA, Finn McKenty, is hanging it up from online content creation, and I can't be any more stoked about it. This guy is a longtime rival of mine. I had nothing but criticism for him.
Now, what if this is all just a ruse and like he's really just doing it to like flame up haters so the haters could go back to his channel and watch more, right? Because the guy, I'm sure, profits off of hate watchers.
For the last 4 or 5 years, it stemmed with me being like a fan. I'm like a classic fallen fan of this guy. But once I started to see,
then I chose the right video to react to on this. Those are usually some very interesting videos, right? That dynamic there, the fallen fan. Okay.
How bad of an actor he was. And today we gotta celebrate him running away from the internet. And of course, he's doing it by lying, coping, and trying to manipulate his audience into thinking that he's a big, high and mighty, big-brained, smart man internet user. But before we get into all of this drama, literally, hey, hi, hello, my name is Dan Frampton. This is my YouTube channel. It's called Dan Frampton, all one word, the O's a zero. Like, comment, and subscribe within the first 3 hours, and I will reply. That is a Frampton guarantee.
That's cool. That's cool.
Our boy Finn McKenty jumped onto the Josiah Lee podcast and he revealed everything. I'm not gonna sit here and go through the entire 42-minute episode with you.
42 minutes.
But the 50-second promo that he put up to promote the episode is all we're really gonna need to get all the context before going forward. But if for whatever reason you don't know who Finn McKenty and the punk rock MBA are, I'll explain it really quick. He's a middle-aged man that makes videos about rock and roll. The first couple years, people liked it. He ended up falling off. The entire internet turned against him. It was clear he was all about money and views and didn't care about music, didn't care about the artists. The culture really did take a backburner.
Dude, yeah. From what I know, the guy actually seemed to kind of but his take on, he calls us a punk, which is weird because he doesn't really have the punk attitude about him. If anything, he seems to praise his pattern. If what I know is correct, you'd let me know if I'm wrong here. He seems to praise those that have gone really commercial, and seems to praise them like the punk bands have gone commercial and sold out. You know what some would say. He seems to praise them more than the ones that I guess stay more I guess real to the sound and all that. So that already seems to me, that seems like someone who's really more into it for the business side of things and really just cares about the money, and that's no good. If your heart's not in it, then don't do it.
Burner to this guy, and it was clear his passion was dwindling and dwindling over time. His channel, the Punk Rock MBA, would just become a lifeless, soulless cash grab over time. He called himself the Punk Rock MBA because he wanted to dissect how bands got big, why they got big, what elements they took from the past,
That's
how
what
they
he wanted to
incorporated
do?
their own creativity to get massive. That was the entire premise. They were going to break down the punk rock from a business perspective. And all of that
I didn't even understand that about him. I started following him around 2020, I think.
sounds very novel, so much so that I was a subscriber. But that ethos quickly dwindled, and he hit that grift running hard around 2020, 2021 era. I've been in a long-time feud, a long-time beef with this guy. There's lore, there's drama, there's history there. I'm not going to get into it all, but it is wonderful to see that I've outlasted him on the platform. So why is Finn McKenty leaving YouTube?
I don't have any plans to do anything on YouTube.
Finn is one of the OGs at music content creation, and he's gained millions of views on his Punk Rock MBA channel and his second solo channel. So why did he suddenly stop?
I don't really have any interest in music. I was just doing it for the money, and I hit my financial goals. Our time on this earth is limited.
What? That's his exit? The guy has a whole channel dedicated to music. He's like, yeah, I don't actually care about music. I'll just do it for a grift. That is the definition of a grifter. Someone who doesn't care about what it is they're doing, what they're talking about, and they're just talking about it just for the money. That's it. Wow. Okay, dude. Well, all right. Yeah. You revealed your hand, and your hand sucks, dude.
Limited. Like, don't spend it doing you don't have to do if you don't want to, you know?
Holy shit, dude. That is crazy to hear him say that. I don't like music. I got the bag, and now it's time for me to run away. And that would all be fine if he didn't spend the last 5 years trying to convince his entire audience that he did care, that he was doing it for more than just the bag. And then his face up here is just so smug. Hey, I got my money. You don't live forever, so I'm just gonna bounce on out of here. But it's in the comment sections where you really start to see the people turning on Finn McKenty. He did it all for the money, but not enough money for a decent camera. I used to like Finn, but after that interview, I don't. The fact he did it for the money is insane. Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny. He did it for the money, not even enough money for a decent camera. Not even enough money for a decent setup. He doesn't have a cool, elaborate studio like this.
It is insane. If you're going to do it for the money, talk about stuff on the internet that's going to generate a lot of money, like gaming or drama. Talking about niche rock and roll, punk rock stuff isn't the stuff to do if you're in it for the money.
Well, now he's in the drama sphere, it looks like.
All respect for him. And bear in mind, all of these comments are just coming off of this 30-second promo teaser. The actual episode, 42...
And why cash out now? I mean, I know he said that his soul's not in it. He's really just doing it for a grift. Well, then why stop the grift now? What changed? Now he can't fake it anymore? Now he doesn't have the energy to fake it? Okay.
2 minutes long, tells the more deep, nuanced story. Well, it's not really nuanced. Everybody hates this guy. Seeing how he built an entire channel around topics he quite literally doesn't care about, devalues everything he's ever made in my eyes, and it's very disheartening. It makes him untrustworthy as a personality or a content creator of any kind. Makes me feel like I wasted my time being invested in his content.
Exactly.
You see that, Finn McKenty? You're leaving people real.
Yeah, imagine people who are like McKenty fans, hardcore like punk NBA fans. There are some out there. How do they cope with this? They're not really coping. They'll be more like seething from this. Be like, because now if the guy does stick around, which I do think he may stick around, I mean, what else is he going to do? He's not deleting his channel. His channel's going to stay there and make money for him, of course. I mean, he's going to do a video every once in a while. He's not fully done with that. Okay. He's not done with that. Dude. No, he's not.
Real genuine fans of yours feeling disheartened, disillusioned, and like they wasted their time. Koa Abyss, if you're watching my channel, I welcome you into my comment section. I'm never going to make you feel like that because I am genuinely passionate about music, about DIY, about punk rock, hardcore, emo, you name it. I love this stuff. Mindwaves TV comes in and says, The interview was funny because you could see the interviewer realize how lame Finn is in real.
That's funny. And since we're talking about ourselves here, I too am passionate about the stuff I talk about. Japanese metal. It's mostly Japanese metal. Though there's some things here and there, some things you guys kind of open me to, or direct me towards. And some things I like, some things I really like, some things are kind of like, oh, okay. They kind of, I guess you could say, they gradually get my attention, but for the most part, everything I talk about here, well, obviously there's a passion for it. I enjoy doing reaction videos. I enjoy reacting to it and giving my take, and talk about the music. I do full-on streams of hours on Fridays. Okay, so yeah, I enjoy doing it, and it doesn't even make a whole lot of money. It's not even about the money. It's just about having a good time. I enjoy doing the Friday streams really because as I'm hanging out with people and reacting to things that we like. I even moved over to Kick. I moved over to Kick where they don't have ads because it's not about the ads. I know people were getting annoyed with the Twitch ads. Twitch ads are annoying, and it's like, okay, I'll go over to Kick. They don't have ads, and if you guys want to sub anyway, that's cool too, man. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna turn down money, okay? Hey, but so yeah. Anyway, enough talking about me. Let's go into this some more.
Real time. B-Tat's band comes in and basically says, it doesn't bother me that he did it for all the music, but he made it seem like he cared. Yeah, it was a grift. He lied to music fans, tried to make them believe that he cared about the music and that he was an authority and an insight into the music, when really all he was doing was finagling you. All he was doing was holding you up by the ankles over the toilet, giving you flushies, and taking all the quarters that fall out of your pocket. Davey Bowles comes in and says, Christ, I honestly wish I could retract the views I've given him over the years. What a sad existence. Because Finn McKenty goes on for 42 minutes about how little he cared about all of this, how he did it all for the money, about his marketing strategies, and about how he's helping people grow. And remember, this guy charges $1,000 per Zoom call because he is that much of an authority.
What? Did I hear that right? Did I back up enough?
Marketing strategies and about how he's helping people grow. And remember, this guy charges $1,000 per Zoom call because
$1,000 per Zoom call for what? What could you possibly do on a Zoom call with Punk MBA that would benefit your band? Like, what are we talking about? That sounds insane. Heck, I would call out people for selling merchandise that seemed a little greasy. I did that once. I called out people for doing pay for reactions and where they would get requests, be like, I would only do it for $100. Now, obviously, if someone were to pay, I wouldn't turn it down, but I'm not paid to play. I will react to whatever you guys send me, okay? Because I care. Because I like what it is that I do. And I have plenty of time. Well, time is a resource that's always fleeting, I have plenty of time now, though, for sure.
Because he is that much of an authority, that much of an educator in the content creation space. I'll tell you right now, he's not. What happened with Finn, and the real reason why I think that he's running away from the internet, and my theory is backed up by a lot of these comments over here, is that Finn really couldn't handle the backlash, the hate, the criticism, and everything that came along with being an internet content creator. Oh, and there was also this drama he had to deal with every single day. He got tired of being called out for his relationship with his wife when she was pre-18. And really, it's not the best written sentence of all time, but essentially Finn McKenty had to address grooming allegations every single time that he fired up the internet, because his wife had a channel as well, where she was basically an anti-woke, DEI, dog whistle kind of content creator, and her channel is completely wiped right now. But people did some digging, and the time...
Well, I'm also anti-woke and anti-DEI. Okay, but tell me more about her being pre-18. What are we talking about here? What?
timelines of when she said she met Finn and when Finn said that he met his wife all line up to him being over 30 and her being under 18. I do not have any of those facts or any of that evidence.
Okay.
That is just the speculation that goes on the internet and stuff that Finn McKenty had to face every single day, and stuff that he never addressed, by the way. If it was untrue, he really should have addressed it and it would have been over.
Honestly, they should have just never involved his wife at all, or gave any sort of indication that he was involved with that person at all. At all. But hey, he did, and so people speculated. Okay, all right. I mean, that could be annoying. But if you can't handle that sort of heat, then I guess his heart really isn't in the grift there. Wow. But a grifter doesn't have a heart, right?
Over. If he could have just proved it was wrong, then he wouldn't have had to address these grooming allegations day in and day out. It could have been a lot less stressful for him on the internet if he could have debunked those rumors. Just saying. And to kind of piggyback off of that, Nikki HC comes in.
Either debunk or just embrace it. I mean, those are the two choices. Well, I guess you could just ignore it, but I guess he could not ignore it for that long, could he? Okay. All right, so that's one theory. I guess it adds up to... So we're going to hear more as to why he's leaving. So one is the heat from his relationship with his wife. Some people say it's a mail-order bride. I have no idea.
And says, Finn only quit YouTube because he couldn't handle the online hate. And that is exactly it.
He couldn't handle the online hate. He would purposely make clickbait videos that seem to entice people on purpose for hate, like flame videos. Like I remember his Baby Metal video was was not received well by the Baby Metal fans, and they definitely lit fire under his ass. Okay.
Because if he was good at punching back, if he was good at debunking, if he was good at debates, he could have slammed down every single one of these losers, including myself, that came after him. All he had to do was slam dunk a debate, show a few receipts, and then he would have many, many points in the W column. But the thing is...
No, he's not interested in debate sphere, drama, stuff like that. He'll make clickbait videos. He'll do that stuff, rage bait stuff, but he's not going to get in there and start, getting in the muck of it.
All of these accusations and all of these criticisms just built on top of one another without Finn even having the knowledge that he needs to address them. It just festered for so long, built up to a point where he has this big, angry internet monster facing him every single day. There's just this big doom shadow over top of Finn McKenty. All this criticism, all this hate, all these allegations and accusations, none of which he responded to, none of which he debunked. All the while just being a total sellout, shill, inauthentic windbag. Because the dude has, as these commenters say, band shirts. A closet full of them, He grew up in the scene. There is an aspect of him that does care.
Dude, absolute poser. Absolute poser, man. We were in high school and someone wore a band t-shirt. They didn't know what that band was. Oh, man, be a poser. You poser, man. Even now, when I see people wear like Pantera shirts, I'm like, what do you know of Pantera? What do you know? Be like, oh, I saw their concert. When? Oh, recently. Oh, you mean like the new Pantera, where it was kind of like, Zach Wilde and, it's like, but they went to a concert though. They got the shirt at the concert. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And honestly, in that moment, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. But people who wear those shirts, who wear band shirts and don't even know what that band is or can't even name a song or that won't even see them live or anything like that, yeah, that is absolute poser material there. Everything on my wall, everything I wear, like, dude, the bands I talk about, I like them. I listen to them on the regular, okay? Yeah. I couldn't... I want to play the rest. I'm not solely convinced. I'm not. Let me hear some more.
About the music a little bit, but I actually think that time is long gone for Finn, and he's just hanging on to any little scrap that he thinks that he can to get any sort of modern day relevancy out of. Because SKB
Okay.
Music comes in and says, I think the thing is, you can tell by his older videos, he did care a lot. Him saying he never cared is crazy, because when you watch his old videos, you can tell he was more passionate about
He was
the
an
stuff he
actor.
was talking about back then. And that's because he had an interesting angle back then. He wasn't just doing Wikipedia reads. He was analyzing a band's rise to success and breaking it down as to why he thought it happened, providing numbers, data, facts, analysis to back up all of his claims and the story. He stopped doing that after about a year and a half, after he realized how much work it was and how much easier it was just to be like, I'm gonna...
Now, let me guess. Now he just pretty much reads Wikipedia articles. Which, by the way, I've noticed that there's channels that are like reading Wikipedia articles using AI-generated voices, which is even lazier. There's one channel that I see. I know you've seen, especially if you follow Japanese bands, and I hate that channel. I hate that channel. It is the Rock Girl whatever channel. You know it when you see it. And it has a stupid AI voice. It is so dumb. And I see it, and it gets like 1,000, 2,000, lots of views for Japanese music. And I'm like, but I read the comments, and it's all like, bro, this is so lazy. This voice sucks. So now I'm starting to wonder if a lot of the views are just hate viewers as well. And it's like, all right, well,
I'm gonna tell the story about Sugar Ray. I just wanna fly. So dwindling passion for music, I think, definitely is a part of it. He's not a creative person, so forcing himself to create must have been an absolute nightmare lifestyle for him to live. I wish that he was just honest with his audience. I wish he could just say, I'm not that creative, I don't like creating, I hate the hate that I get, I'm getting hate for stuff that I hate doing, none of this makes sense, so I really should find something that I'm passionate about and go do that in my life. But now, he's still trying to take this high and mighty, nah, I got my bag, now I'm gonna bounce out of this thing, which is a total cope, a total lie. There is a 100% chance that Finn wishes that he didn't get criticism, hate, and accusations online.
Talk about the allegations!
So I have no earthly idea why he didn't come on and address the rumors, allegations, hate, and criticism.
Oh, he's
'Cause
done with it, bro.
My God, if he
That's
could have
what he
snuffed
says.
us out 3 or 4 years ago, this man would be thriving right now. Instead, everybody is rejoicing. Finn McKenty is gone. You're free now. Finn McKenty quit YouTube. Rip, bozo. Bomb Rush Hyperpop says, Finn McKenty quitting YouTube is the best news all year. Prog Pro
that might be.
comes in and says, throwing a party because Finn McKenty quit YouTube. Who's bringing the punk rock? Come over to my channel right now. I got the goods for you. Finn McKenty quit YouTube. Yay! Finn McKenty quitting YouTube is the best news. Always a good day to hear that Finn McKenty quit YouTube. Bye-bye, Finn McKenty. You suck. You are a piece of shit. Finn McKenty quitting YouTube has made my week. There isn't a lot of positive sentiment about Finn McKenty leaving YouTube. And
No.
we saw a lot of
It
creators...
does not appear to be. There was a number of videos that I found. I chose this guy's video because of the red cap. I mean, kind of. Why did I choose the video? It looked interesting to me. His setup looked interesting. I was like, okay, well, we'll check out this one. We'll check out this one right here. Okay, all right. So Finn McKenty's gonna bounce. He got his money. He's leaving. He says that he didn't really care about music, and so his opposer, it was a grift. He didn't like talking about it. He claimed in that 40-minute interview, from what we've seen here, that he doesn't have the time for it anymore. That's what it sounds like. He doesn't have time for it, or only so much time, and he wants to do something else. Okay. But he's going to leave the cash grab. He's just going to bounce. Now, I understand that Dan Frampton's trying to say that it's because of the negative, I guess, the hate he gets online. But the problem I have with that, Finn McKenty would put out videos that would trigger people almost seemingly on purpose, right? But time and time again, he would do that. And he would make money doing that. So did it reach a point to where he couldn't do it anymore? Is it really about the speculation about his wife and all that? I mean, man, I'm pretty knowledgeable of other drama spheres one I kind of dabble in every now and then on my other channel that has some very seedy characters that do all sorts of crazy stuff, including names like Boogie and Wings of Redemption and Grace Thorpe, Ben Thorpe, if you know any of those names. Okay. So like I'm aware of people who have some crazy baggage and they're not running away anytime soon, you know? But maybe maybe it is. Finn McKenty is kind of weak in that it can only take so much, and he's gonna leave. But I'm not fully convinced that it was because of the internet hate. Obviously he receives internet hate. Obviously he does. He has been receiving that for a while. So why all of a sudden now?
Leave YouTube this year that had audience members in tears watching them go. Guys like Matt Pat. Tom Scott leaving the platform was insane. But having Finn McKenty piss away.
Matt Pat leaving was kind of sad. That was when my son, he likes that stuff. I like that stuff. Game theory, food theory, that stuff. Man, I could binge watch that stuff nonstop. That stuff is fun.
What could have been a really wonderful career for him is really the funniest thing of all time. It just proves all of his critics right. It validates everything that we've ever said about him. Because why just like tuck your tail, run away from all the criticism if it's not true? If everything we're saying is built on lies.
Look, what I'm saying here is Dan Fampton has a point. He has an interesting angle that could be explored, I think, even more. I would like to see more of a proof. I want to see a deep dive. If there's enough content to explore of like the internet hate of punk NBA, that would be like an hour's worth, 2 hours worth of like a long, like, what do you call this thing? Iceberg, theory, deep dive stuff. I would watch that. I would put that in the background while I work on thumbnails, other things, while I play Castlevania or whatever things I want to do. Just for the knowledge of it, because I would believe me, I do like the tabloid drama stuff. I do eat that stuff quite a bit, maybe a little too much. That's my internet junk food, if you will. And yeah, but I'm not fully convinced that it is because of the drama, because the guy just quit, at least says he's going to quit. And I've seen this before too, where someone says they're going to quit, but they don't really quit. They're just doing it for publicity. And I'm not even convinced the dude's going to quit. Okay. Now, I am taking rejoice. I am rejoicing that the guy who dunked on Baby Mill as hard as he did and comes out as a poser, comes out admitting that he is an absolute grifter, doesn't care about music, would talk about music. In that, I'm like, okay, bro, so your whole channel is a lie. Okay, so I shouldn't even have entertained anything you have said. Wow, look at that.
If everything we're saying is really defamation to your character, Finn McKenty, prove it wrong, please. But instead of proving it wrong, I don't know, just run away. That seems better, right? Okay. He's like one of those idiots that think just moving towns is going to change all the problems in your life. Finn McKenty absolutely torched his reputation over the last 4 years, and it's ridiculous. I'm not going to miss him one bit, and for me, I'm just going to take this as a W.
It is a massive W. For Dan, it's a massive W. For anyone who's ever had any sort of axe to grind towards punk rock NBA. Yeah.
He didn't want to mention my name, but I was the biggest detractor in his entire camp. I was the most vocal, I was the most loud, I was the most rambunctious. He hit me with privacy strikes, he sent me huge DMs telling me to shut up and telling me to stop, and all I'm doing is out here making little videos, reading tweets, and
so this guy might have some stuff for me to watch then. I don't know if that would be content for this channel, but I'm going to watch it, and if it's intriguing, if I am going to insert a little slice of, I guess, what do you call it? Like YouTube music scene drama, just to watch. I would introduce it very gradually. Okay, it would not be the main thing. It would probably be like maybe every 2 weeks or something like that. Maybe like a little stream. Okay.
telling you, the audience, my opinion. All of which I'm allowed to do. And there's also a pretty good chance that Finn McKenty is going to see this video, and if he does, I just want to say one thing to ya. F you, bud. Bye forever. See you never. I really want this to be the end of the Finn McKenty, Dan Frampton YouTube saga. I have privated all the videos, the entire...
What? So now I won't be able to see those videos. I wanted to be informed about the saga. Don't private them, unlist them. Put them on a secret playlist. Dan Frampton, you've never met me before. We've never crossed paths before. Okay? The only thing we have in common is we don't like punk rock NBA. You know, I want to be informed about all the things that you know about him. Knowledge is power, okay? And I want more power, man, okay? I just want to know, man. Oh, come on, man. All right, well.
Their arc is secret right now, Finn McKenty. I put a blanket over top of everything, and this video is going to be the only video on my channel chronicling this tale. But if the interest is there, I might unprivate all of those videos for the entire audience to enjoy. Because there is an arc.
There's still a chance.
I go from being an enjoyer, a fan, to being a detractor, to being disillusioned, to being an outright critic, to then being a full-fledged hate boy. And all of that arc will be made public again for the entire world to enjoy if this video gets 50,000 views. And if you...
50,000 views, man. Well, I don't know about that, bro. You got 11,000. So maybe there's a chance. Or you just, give me a secret playlist. There's that. That'd be super duper. I would love that. This came out like yesterday. Huh. Well, there's still a chance. I'm gonna tag this guy in there. I'm gonna upload this right away. All right. Well, yeah. This was fun. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this quite a bit. I'm happy that punk rock NBA is gone as well. Man. If only if I could get access to a secret playlist. All right. Yeah. Punk rock NBA is gone. He pretty much admitted that he's a grifter, a massive grifter. He was a fraud. Everyone wins. Everyone wins. You know who the biggest losers are, though? The people who paid thousands for a Zoom call with punk rock NBA. I mean, honestly, what sort of knowledge could you possibly gain from him that would help you? Like what? Anyway, with that said, I want to know what you guys think of this. Let me know in the comments section, and I will be active in the comments. I'll hang out with you guys there. That said, y'all take it easy and have a good one.